This is Andy Arnott, founder and CEO of SellerSEO.com, and today I'm going to show you our listing lightning tool. This is one of the premier tools on SellerSEO.com. It's one of the most powerful and one of the tools that people have seen some crazy great success with, especially in organic ranking. So I'll show you how the tool works. It's pretty straightforward. The first thing we need to do, it says enter your main keywords. Notice how it says keywords and not keyword, and if you hover over it says enter at least 2 words. Today we're going to do latex gloves. So, if you enter gloves, that would work and give you some results, but it wouldn't be as great and as accurate and as relevant as latex gloves, because that's what we're actually trying to promote on our listing. So let's go ahead and type in latex gloves. And while it searches here, we're getting multiple data sources here. And the cool thing about this tool is instead of having to go and check a ton of different resources, look at your competitors, find the most used keywords, things like that. We do everything for you in our algorithm. So once we do the search, it's ready to go. And the cool thing about this is, as you can see here, we've got all the different elements of a listing. So we got your title, part 1 and part 2, and I'll go and explain that, why we have 2 parts for a title here shortly. And then we got all the bullet points, and then the description, and of course the back-end keywords down here. Over here you can see top 10 phrases. These are the most popular phrases in regards to this search term. And then unused words, these are just our keyword bucket. As we start adding keywords, you'll see some of these starting to drop off. And they are listed in most important first. So as you can see here, we got latex gloves. Up here we got latex gloves. Now the other cool thing is, a lot of the other listing tools, you have to drop stuff in and write the entire listing manually. What's cool here is we kind of hold your hand and make it really quick and easy. So the first thing you want to do is you want to highlight the section that you're going to work on. So you can see it gets highlighted when you click on it. So right now we're going to do title part 1. Now the most popular phrase is latex gloves. You can see up here latex gloves. This is the most popular word, followed by medium, large, small. So it looks like all the sizes. So depending on what we were doing here, if we had all these different sizes, then the first thing we want to do is latex gloves, because it's the most important keyword. So we want that to be the first thing in our title. You see we dropped it in there. It disappeared from down here, meaning that we've used that phrase, and you can see down here it's now dropped out of the unused words as well. So we know that we've used it here, that we've used the keywords out of here too. All right, so let's go latex gloves. And usually what I like to do is latex gloves, and then I do by, we'll call our company WidgetCo. So by WidgetCo, and then after that, I would do pipe or dash or something like that to separate. And then I would say latex gloves medium, latex gloves large, latex gloves small. So what you can do is you can also go back here and change it up a little bit, as these are the most important, and then you can see XL here too. And back to the title part 1 and part 2, as you can see here, title part 1 would be is if you're building this listing for, say, eBay or Shopify, you'd want a shorter title. That's why we have it chunked into 2 chunks. On Amazon, normally the total amount of characters you can have are 200, so it's split between 80 and 120. You can see here that we're already at 85, so we're over, so we just need to keep track of that. The other cool thing is we can change the total amount of words here. So we can go to, we want this character count to be 100, and we want this one to be 100 just because of the way we're building a listing. And so you can go ahead and edit those. So we got latex gloves by Widget Gloves, latex glove mediums, latex gloves large. And maybe we'll put some commas in there to make it separated a little bit here. Latex gloves small. And I'm going to do latex gloves extra large. And we're at 104, which we're over again. So we can either keep track of that, or we can go back here again and change this character count down to 96 to keep us at 200. Okay, so that's the first part of this this title. It looks kind of sloppy though, because it's all lowercase. So we can go ahead and highlight the entire thing. And the other cool thing is we can edit the text. We can go to change case here, and let's do title case. So that means like all the first letters will be capitalized. That looks much cleaner. And so let's keep building here. And because we stopped over there, I'm going to want to put in another separator, so I'll do another pipe. And then we can see some more really important keywords here. Latex gloves disposable, latex glove extra large, latex glove medium powder free, latex glove powder free, latex glove for kids. We probably won't be able to fit all of those keywords, so let's go ahead and let's keep building the title. So we can say latex gloves disposable. Actually, I'm going to take that out, and you'll see another cool thing here is when I get rid of it, it'll drop back down here to know that we haven't used it. Since we were on sizes there, let's see, we had XL there. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's put a comma at the end of this one, and then let's add latex glove large over here like that, and then let's change this back to 95 characters because we overlapped over there. Okay, so latex gloves extra large, and then we can do another pipe, and then we can say latex gloves disposable, and great, latex gloves disposable, latex gloves disposable. We can say disposable and latex gloves powder free. And then we can say great latex gloves for kids. All right, so we went a little bit over, so let's see if we can somehow make this fit. We might just have to do this. All right, we're still one over, so let's see if we can. All right, so we got this all built, and we can go ahead and change case again to title case. All right, so we got our title built. Now, in this case, I probably wouldn't use all the main keywords in the title just because it might look a little bit sloppy and not read very well. So let's go ahead and read through it just to see it. It looks like latex gloves by Widget Co., latex gloves mediums, latex gloves large, latex gloves small, latex gloves extra large, latex glove extra large written out, latex gloves disposable, and latex gloves powder free, latex gloves for kids. Now, a lot of tools and things like that will remove, if you've used something before, they'll remove it and not have you repeat it. What they don't realize and what they don't know or haven't figured out yet is that Amazon's relevancy algorithm doesn't quite work in that way, in the sense that a phrase match will get more traction than just a single word match. So in this case, we're phrase matching all the most popular words in the title. In this case, I would actually probably leave it, even though it doesn't read super great. I might just leave it and let it ride and see what happens, and then go back and change it a little bit if if I'm not converting well. The other cool thing about this is you can go ahead and save your listing as you work. So I can go ahead and hit save, and we'll say latex gloves, and then hit oops, gloves. All right. So we're saving that. All right, we're saved, and now we're going to keep working. Now the other cool thing is that as you click around in the listing, depending on where this is, so we can see up here that we didn't use latex gloves, medium powdered free, and that was one of the most important words to go in the title. So what we can do is wherever we click, we can drop that keyword now. So if we click on bullet point 2 and hit that, it'll drop it right there. If we get rid of it, it'll bring it back up here. So this kind of tells you that we might want to use this phrase somewhere. But anyway, so let's go down here, latex free gloves. If we're selling latex gloves, we wouldn't be able to use that one, but we might be able to use that somewhere else clever. We could use the word free somewhere just to see if that could give us some link juice if somebody's searching for, or not link juice, but word juice if somebody's searching for latex free gloves. We got powder free gloves, we got powder free latex gloves, we got 100 latex gloves, powder gloves, disposable gloves. So let's go with disposable, and let's say that these are also powdered free. But so let's go powder free gloves. Let's say fantastic powder free gloves by Widget Co. And we can say Our powder-free latex gloves are made ultra durable and we include 100 disposable gloves. Use our powder gloves to get those dirty jobs done with ease. We include 100 latex gloves. So let's fix this. We include 100 latex gloves. So, yes. Well, always have glove when you need one. Okay, so let's fix this. Okay, and I'm using also to build my listing. This isn't part of our tool, but is extremely helpful when you're building listings. It's called Grammarly. It's a free Chrome plugin, and it's great for catching spelling errors or things like that. They're telling me to put a hyphen in here, but I'm going to leave that out because I want it to be phrase matched. So we can keep going here. We've got a few more phrases that we should be dropping in this bullet point. So let's look here. Latex free gloves. We're not going to use that because these are latex. Powder free nitrile gloves. We're not going to use that either because nitrile is different than latex. And disposable latex gloves. We definitely want to use that. So we can say our disposable latex gloves will fit well and are ultra comfortable. And then we can go down here and see that we got some unused things down here that we might be able to add in. Clear, textured, white, sterile. If there's sterile gloves, we could add that. We could say our gloves are box of gloves, because I see box down there. Our box of gloves are thick and industrial. Let's change that to thick and industrial strength. Made with real latex rubber. With a smooth texture. All right, as I'm typing, you'll see that unused words keep dropping out down here. Now, we've used 447 characters out of 500. Depending on the category, you might have less than that. You can go up here and edit, say you only want 400. You can do that, and then you'll get a warning that you've gone over down here. But we're going to keep it at 500. Now, in the case of the title, the bullet points, the description, and the back ends, for the bullet points, my recommendation is to use at least 400 characters. I try to fill it up absolutely to the top, use as many phrases as possible. A lot of people say that won't index then, but in my case, I have not seen that. I've seen all my phrases get indexed. And I've also seen that because this builds such a relevant listing, that Amazon's more likely to index for most of these phrases. So we just keep continuing to build this listing here. And we would do that for each bullet point. We'd go down and use all these keywords in here and keep building all the way down to, you'll see down at the description here, we've got a bunch of them. The other thing you want to realize too is, once again, we have these top phrases here. So latex gloves mediums with all these sizes. So because those are top 10 phrases, if you hover over here, it'll tell you these words. Oh, no, those are my unused words. Sorry, top 10 phrases here. Use these phrases in multiple locations. So in this case, you would want to make sure that you repeat latex gloves and these sizes in at least the title, the bullet point, and the description. So you want each of these phrases, if possible, if they make sense, in every one of at least one bullet point, at least one part of the title, at least one part of the description. And you do not want to use it in the back end, because in the back end we would be using words that we don't want to use on the front end. So things like nitrile, vinyl, these aren't the kind of gloves that we're selling, but they're relevant because they are a slightly different material, and maybe people just don't know the difference, and so you might get some sales that way. Medical, I know on Amazon, sometimes if you put medical in things, they flag it for being a medical product, so that you might want to leave that one out. Things like that. So then we got all the back end keywords there. Another cool thing is if you want to build a different way, meaning like you want to just have all the keywords in here and then try to build around it, you can also do that, which is pretty slick. Which all you'd have to do is highlight the box here, hit add all, and then you'll see that all those phrases below that should be in this box are already in there. Then you can go back and build through that way. I actually think it's much easier the way that we've built it, where you can go ahead and type in, this is and then latex fly, you just click where you want it to drop. And then if you're like, oh, I forgot something, I wanted this to go to before this, you just click before that and click that, and then you'll see it drops before. So it's super useful, and you can build an awesome listing very quickly this way. And once again, the other cool thing is we can change cases. In other words, we can change what the text looks like fairly easily. So say we want the first part of the bullet point to be all uppercase, so we can highlight it and then hit uppercase, and just what we highlighted becomes uppercase. And then say we want the rest to be title case, we can go ahead and highlight the rest and then go to title case there. And so now you see we got all uppercase here, all title case here, and it just took us a couple of clicks. Now if we want to go into our listing with this, all we have to do is hit copy on each section. You can see it says copy to clipboard, and then we can go ahead and paste it in our listing. Once again, there's some other cool things you can do. We can go save it again because we've made more progress. We've built a little bit further out here. We can go latex gloves again and hit save, and it'll save our progress. And I'll show you another really cool feature about this. So say we've gotten through this whole thing, and then we still have some words left that we want to drop in the back end. Once again, you can just click there and hit add all. You'll see everything drops in there nicely. Now we're only using 250 out of 124 characters, but we still have some unused words here. So we can go ahead and copy some of these out of here and drop them in here like this. And you see we're at 271. Then we can go back through here and maybe get rid of some stuff that's not ultra relevant. So we're at 263. Let's say we get rid of, let's see, plastic, green, strong, powdered, cost. Cost might be one we can get rid of. Great, we can probably get rid of great. Let's get rid of one more. Let's see, strong's probably a good one. Food's probably a good one. Let's get rid of yellow. All right, so now we can see we're at 245 for our back end keywords. And then we could once again add, if we wanted to fill everything, you can see triple XL here. That might be a good one to add. And now we're at 250 characters, perfect. And then once again, we'd keep building our listing, each bullet point, and then all the way down to the description. In the description, there's 2,000 characters. I recommend at least writing a description of 1,000 characters or more, but a minimum 1,000 characters. And so now that we've done all this, another cool thing that we can do is we can click on send to PPC. And now what this will do is this will actually build us a PPC campaign with the words that we used in our listing. And so this will give us an ultra relevant PPC campaign that is already tied to our listing, so that we know that we'll get clicks and impressions, because all the phrases that we're sending over will most likely be in our listing. So then we can get some ultra relevancy on our PPC side as well. And I'll show you how easy this is. All you do is click here, send to PPC. All right, and now you can see, if we scroll down here, keywords, you can see all the keywords we used already. And so we'd be able to export this file, upload it to Amazon, and then have a campaign that was built from the content that we just put into our listing in Listing Lightning. As you can see, this is an incredibly powerful tool, and we have had users say that they've used this tool and nothing else, and they've gotten results to where they get to the second or first page in a few days without launches or even PPC. So it's an incredibly powerful tool. If you combine this tool with some of the other tools on SellerSEO, you'll see some amazing results. And that's Listing Lightning.